This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, 6 o'clock on Monday. Back to reality for a lot of you folks who are off since perhaps last Wednesday. Nice little break indeed. I'm Ray Collins. John Scalzi is here as well. And boy, this weather forecast, John, looks perfect.
Well, it does indeed. We have some chilly temperatures around the region, though. We've got some reports just in from Cooper in central Sarasota. Reports 55 degrees, and that is not uncommon. So some chillier temperatures to start off this work week compared to over the weekend anyway. A front moved through, you'll hardly notice it, but it is producing some cloud cover down to our south. That cloud cover of no importance really to our weather, other than it brings us a little bit of high clouds from time to time. Titan radar free and clear of any kind of returns across the state this morning. It should be a dry day today. Maybe a few high clouds, but lots of sunshine as well. And that'll help boost our dry air to a temperature that'll be warmer than average, coming in the upper 70s. And over the course of the next several days, that warming trend continues with daytime highs in the low 80s. We'll talk about that and talk about our next front, which will be arriving this week as well. All in a few minutes. Back to you, Ray.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic so far. Not much to speak of. You see a little blip there. Just north of the river, 301, sort of northbound or eastbound as you approach the Outlet Mall area. Also into Lakewood Ranch on University, a little congestion there as you approach the gas station there on the right. Also Longboat Key, the Gulf of Mexico Drive, still some congestion in that southbound lane. South County, though, all clear at 6:02 on your Monday morning. Topping our news this hour, it is Cyber Monday. Americans expected to spend $6.6 billion today on the computer, on the smartphones. Let's go now to one of the busiest places around here. This is the Amazon warehouse in southern Hillsborough County. Jess Dowdrick, indeed a busy place to be this morning.
It certainly is, Ray. It's one of the busiest days of the year here at the Amazon warehouse. And as you can imagine, it is Cyber Monday. A lot of you are sitting at home in your pajamas doing some holiday shopping online, and that's what today's for. And some of those packages you are ordering right now are actually coming from this warehouse in Ruskin, right down the road from your homes. You can see some of the products moving on the beltways behind me. Now, some of the biggest deals today include the Amazon Fire Stick and Amazon Echo. Those products are at their lowest ever prices. Now, last Cyber Monday, there was an average of 640 orders placed per second on Amazon. The company is hoping that that number will be even bigger this year.
Black Friday was bigger this year than Black Friday last year, and so we think we have a lot of great products that customers are going to love, and we're really excited to get their packages to their front door in time for the holidays.
So just like those Black Friday deals, there is a limited number of some of those products, such as the Amazon Fire Stick and the Echo. So the earlier you order, obviously, the better, but not all products have a limited supply. So you'll have to check out Amazon.com to know for sure. Now, coming up at 6:30, we'll talk to one of the employees that works here at the warehouse about what it's like and how they ensure that your packages get to your door on time. Ray.
All right, looking forward to that. Thank you, Jess. Talk to you then. 6:04 right now on your Monday morning. Now, Cyber Monday should tie a new record for the sixth year in a row, if not beat a new record. Shoppers are expected to spend as much as $6.6 billion, 70% more than last year. That's according to Adobe Digital Insights, a group that tracks online spending. Now, online spending has been growing now for years, which puts a strain on brick and mortar retailers. One analyst says the peak time for buying online is between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., just before the deals disappear around midnight. And shoppers hunting for Black Friday deals seem to be including a record number of those looking to buy firearms this year. The FBI said it fielded over 200,000 background check requests for gun purchases on the day after Thanksgiving. That's the highest daily total ever, according to USA Today. And for those waiting for deliveries to arrive, here are a few tips to make sure your presents don't get intercepted by a Grinch. Of course, don't use cash. That makes your letters more desirable for thieves. Don't leave delivered mail and packages unattended. Consider an alternate shipping address. If you have a friend or a nearby relative that's home more than you are, perhaps they'll let you use their address to send your items to. Plan ahead. If you know you won't be home when your package is delivered, see if it can be redirected back to the sender or to that new address or to the post office for pickup as well. And for more on holiday shopping deals and steals, go to our website and update the latest app for WWSB or My Suncoast, and you get that and also breaking news delivered right to your phone. Caught on camera, Spanish authorities say that 22 people were injured after the floor of a nightclub collapsed, sending partiers into the basement. Let's watch this together now. Emergency services say that 2 of those hurt suffered serious injuries, including broken legs and ankles. This is a popular spot for many European tourists. A woman in Australia, lucky to be alive thanks to some quick work by police there. A train comes on and she walked toward the tracks. Protective service officers grabbed her off the tracks just as the train arrived. Officers said it was the closest they'd ever come to seeing somebody hit by a train. Wow, close call. And more amazing video, time-lapse now. This shows a volcano in Bali spewing ash. Indonesian authorities warned pilots as eruptions sent a plume of ash and steam more than 6,000 meters into the sky above the popular travel area. Ash covered roads, cars, and buildings near the volcano in the northeast part of the island, while overnight a red glow of what appeared to be magma could be seen in photographs. 6:06 right now. President Trump is back in Washington now after the long weekend in Palm Beach. Congress also back in session this morning. Here is a preview of the week.
This morning, President Trump is back in Washington and focused on tax reform. But he didn't answer shouted questions about whether he plans to campaign for Roy Moore, the Alabama GOP Senate candidate accused of sexual misconduct with minors.
Well, he denies it. Look, he denies it. You're talking about, he said 40 years ago this did not happen. So, you know.
Trump tweeted support for Moore over the weekend and blasted his opponent, Democrat Doug Jones. The last thing we need in Alabama and the U.S. Senate is a Schumer-Pelosi puppet who is weak on crime, weak on the border. Jones would be a disaster.
It is pretty clear to me that the best thing that Roy Moore could do for the country is to move on.
More than 20 Republican senators are calling for Moore to quit the race. Capitol Hill is still reeling from sexual harassment allegations against prominent lawmakers. Minnesota Democratic Senator Al Franken, accused of improperly touching 4 women, broke his silence speaking to TV station WCCO.
I have a long way back. I have a long way back to win back the trust of the people of Minnesota. I've let people down.
An 88-year-old Michigan Representative, John Conyers, is denying allegations he sexually harassed women on his staff. But he stepped down as the top Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee amid an ethics investigation. Conyers and Franken say they will not resign. Trump, who needs that crucial Alabama Senate seat to pass tax reform, will head to Capitol Hill tomorrow to meet with Republican senators about their version of the plan. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Happening in Florida before leaving West Palm Beach, a driver caused a bit of a scare as he cut into the presidential motorcade in Palm Beach County. The man allegedly drove that red van you can see to the right of the black SUVs. Police then stopped the van and the driver, who made some obscene gestures. President Trump was on his way back to Mar-a-Lago at the time. Fortunately, in all this, nobody was injured. An update now as state police arrested a man who they say fired a gun that injured 2 people during a road rage incident near Orlando over the weekend. This is Kwanzaa Donald. He's accused of firing about a dozen shots on the turnpike in Lake County on Saturday, injuring 2 people from Miami. The 33-year-old was arrested Sunday and is being held now in the Lake County jail. The victims were treated at a nearby hospital. Another Florida man's been accused of killing another man with a 3-foot sword. The Palm Beach Sheriff's Office announced that this man, George Livingston, being held without bond on second-degree murder. The victim was found near the tracks in Lake Worth on Saturday. Also, a sword was nearby. Detectives interviewed witnesses and quickly arrested Livingston. It was a busy day for the U.S. Coast Guard yesterday. Emergency responders answered 3 separate rescues off Florida coasts. Coast Guard medevaced 1 woman from a commercial dive vessel near Lake Worth. That's in Palm Beach County. That's after she received a laceration on the back of her knee. And then a 27-year-old man was airlifted from a boat just west of Naples. That's where the crew reported a diver was going in and out of consciousness and was in need of emergency care. And back in Lake Worth, a 40-year-old man flown off of his commercial dive vessel after having difficulty breathing after resurfacing from a dive. Busy day for the Coast Guard yesterday.
I guess so.
You ever dove before like that? And a
Scuba diving?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
Have you?
I'm certified.
Oh, are you? Mm-hmm. Do you ever do it these days?
No, not so much these days. But I used to quite a bit, and it was, you know, it's an amazing, beautiful world down there.
Oh, I know.
I can see how it would become quite the addiction, you know, to get down there and enjoy it. My son is now doing it, so
good.
I guess the tradition continues.
Yeah,
Maybe he and I will go down one of these days.
That'd be an actual bonding trip for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely down there. We've done Crystal River and a few other places. I haven't done a lot of golf diving because, you know, I think the water's a little too murky for me, but done some of the Caribbean dives, and it's an amazing thing.
Oh,
Great Barrier Reef, did the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh my gosh, bucket list indeed.
Indeed, beautiful stuff out there in the waters. For us today, beautiful day to be out of doors doing just about anything. It's going to be gorgeous today. We'll talk about that in a second. Also, first alert traffic and a closer look at what the IRS is doing about President Trump's tax returns. Here's a picture.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Naomi, my California closet designer, has been my partner in crime. She was genuinely fun to work with. We have had a ball collaborating on the 8 units that we have done in our home. The closets in the house are great, but the den is what everyone comments on when they walk in the house. And it's so beautiful. They say, whoa, who did that? And I said, it's California Closets. My name is Melissa, and this is my California Closets story.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business. Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we've dropped 1 degree in the last hour. We're now at 54 degrees with a dew point of 53. Not going to get any cooler than 53, that's for sure. You can't get cooler than the dew point, and you know, I don't think we're going to see much of a fog problem around. The winds are blowing east at about 5 right now. So not a fog issue, but a little bit of a chillier temperature this morning, thanks to a front that kind of moved on through during the last 24 hours. Temperatures across the region are pretty uniformly in the 50s. We've had every weather watcher call in with the temperature in the 50s. Of course, Becky in Omayaka hasn't called in yet, and she's usually a traditionally cooler spot. But nevertheless, I think 50s is a pretty good bet for most everyone. Parrish at 53, Lakewood Ranch at 55, Venice at 59. Inglewood's now coming in at 60, Longboat Key at 61, Bradenton's at 54, and Northport is at 57. So across the region right now, we've got a few high clouds that are kind of streaming by from time to time, but that's really about it. That's the worst of it. Otherwise, no rain in today's forecast. Across the nation, it's very quiet. I know a lot of people are still, trying to get home after Thanksgiving in Florida. And for those folks, I think we might see some little inclement weather in the Pacific Northwest, but really nothing here that's going to be a big problem with the airports. In fact, most of the airports across the country will be just fine in terms of weather anyway. High pressure sprawling across the lower 48 are producing some very quiet conditions across the nation today. For us, it means a northeasterly wind flow. That's what's brought down the drier air behind the front that's producing the scattered showers along the Florida Straits this morning and out in Gulf waters. But with that high pressure building in, our winds are likely to turn just a little bit to the east over the next 24 hours. And what that will do will bring in a little bit of mid-level moisture, allow for a few of the showers that'll build over on the Atlantic coast to kind of move into interior sections by tomorrow afternoon. But moving into the west coast of Florida, that's pretty unlikely. So I think we're going to stay dry for most of the week. A warming trend starts today, mostly dry week, and we'll wait for another front to arrive on Friday. Now that one may be sufficient to trigger off an isolated shower or two along the west coast of Florida, but that would be about it, and the rain chance is not all that high at this time for Friday. Taking a look across the nation, well, everything's pretty quiet. As I said, the northeast looks good. Back to the west, we are seeing some mountain snows, and some of those snows are appreciable. About 18 inches of snow possible in the highest elevations around Lake Tahoe today. So there is some weather, but you got to go high up in the mountains to find it for the most part. Across our region, northeast wind comes in at about 10 knots, light chop, 2-foot seas. Nice day to be out on the waters. We'll look for a daytime high today that tops out slightly warmer than we saw over the weekend at 78 degrees. Then over the next several days, a warming trend starts and a front comes through on Friday, cools us off just a little for the weekend, giving us a day over the weekend very similar to what we will see today. Ray?
Very nice. Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now. Some increasing traffic on the roads, as would be the case as the morning progresses here. It's 301 around State Road 70. Some buildup there around Anico, otherwise pretty clear in Manatee County. Still a buildup there in Longboat Key in the southbound lane, also along the Bayfront as you head south back toward the 41-301 split. You'll see some business there in Siesta Key Village already this morning. Getting an early start on breakfast out there, and also 41 southbound just as you're crossing the Peace River toward Punta Gorda. 6:18 right now. Last year, then candidate Trump bucked a trend and refused to release his tax returns, and now the IRS is going to new heights to make sure they don't end up in the wrong hands. CNN's Christina Alessi has the story.
In the heart of Washington, D.C., a government agency is closely guarding a document in such high demand that bounties have been placed on the file.
Well, it's the very big tax returns. The biggest, I guarantee you this, the biggest ever in the history of what we're doing.
More than a year after then-candidate Donald Trump said his tax returns would be released, gaining just a glimpse of them has become mission impossible. And now the Internal Revenue Service is increasing security.
We'd always referred to all of the president's returns being in a safe. It turned out it was safe-like in the sense that it was a locked cabinet in a locked room. So one of the things we're going to do, we decided maybe we should actually turn it into a safe in a locked room, and so we'll do that.
And who has access to that room?
You know, I don't know. I don't have access.
John Koskinen retired as commissioner of the IRS this month. He says the agency locked down Trump's digital returns in 2016 and is now focusing on the physical documents.
There's almost no other taxpayer that I can ever remember where there's been this kind of focus on. Isn't there some way we could get a hold of those returns?
One hacking magazine has offered $10,000 to anyone who can get a copy of the president's paperwork. Last year, even WikiLeaks tweeted a request.
What I have here is a copy of Donald Trump's tax returns.
In March, MSNBC got a few pages from a journalist who said he found them in his mailbox.
You don't know who sent it to you. No. You didn't solicit it.
Nope.
You didn't ask anybody for it.
Correct.
Still, there's so much more to uncover when it comes to these presidential records.
Is there more information on file at IRS than the presidents actually make available historically?
Yes, oftentimes there are much more voluminous exhibits that usually don't get printed and shared with the public. And so that entire package is what's kept secure.
And security at the IRS is no easy task. Most are not successful, but it's not for lack of trying. One private investigator is currently facing federal charges after allegedly guessing a Social Security number and attempting to use it to access the president's tax information. In 2015, a so-called cyber mafia used stolen information to pose as taxpayers and access millions of documents on the IRS website, affecting some 720,000 people. As for rogue employees inside the IRS, Koskinen says he's not worried.
We basically have a handful of people who have the keys to the kingdom, as it were, in our IT department, but we have great confidence in those people, and they take that responsibility seriously.
So who could finally make the president's tax returns public? Well, there is one guy. Christina Alessi, Washington.
6:21 right now, still heading Good Morning Suncoast. Stopped at the border, a 15-year-old Florida boy in jail in connection to his grandmother's death. We'll tell you why a manhunt nearly stretched into Canada. But first, change of pace. Here's a shot of the Miami skyline as you awaken on this Monday morning. A little different scene than the usual Rosemary District. 6:22, more news after this.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Do you have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
There's a pretty shot of day breaking as you awaken on this Monday morning. USA Today right now reporting that Prince Harry got engaged to Meghan Markle, an American actress living in Toronto. We'll have more on that on Good Morning America throughout the day. There's our social media pages. You can write to John or myself on the Facebook page at Ray Collins ABC7 or John Scalzi ABC7. Also send any pictures you'd like to share or any events. We can get them on the air for you as well. Welcome back. 6:26 right now. A manhunt for a 15-year-old Florida boy ended at the Canadian border. As Candace Gibson tells us, he's a person of interest in the death of his own grandmother.
In this morning's GMA First Look, 15-year-old Logan Mott sits in a Buffalo Juvenile Detention Center awaiting extradition back to Jacksonville, Florida, where he is a person of interest in his grandmother's murder.
We need to talk to him about what may have taken place in the house.
Now Florida detectives are poring over his grandmother's car, which Mott was driving when he was arrested attempting to cross the Canadian border on Friday. Mott and the stolen car the center of a nationwide search for 3 days after his father reported the teen and the grandmother missing, along with several weapons stolen from the home. 1 day after he went missing, police finding a shallow grave in the yard of the Neptune Beach home.
Now, the processing of the home Thursday revealed evidence of foul play and potential criminal violence inside.
And we'll have the latest on the ongoing investigation coming up at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look. I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Psoriatic arthritis tries to get in my way. Watch me.
I've tried lots of things for my joint pain. Now, watch me.
Think I'd give up showing these guys how it's done? Please.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis are changing the way they fight it. They're moving forward with Cosentyx. It's a different kind of targeted biologic. It's proven to help people find less joint pain and clearer skin. Don't use if you are allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting Cosentyx, you should be checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of an infection, or if you have received a vaccine or plan to. If you have inflammatory bowel disease, tell your doctor if symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
With less joint pain, watch me.
For less joint pain and clearer skin, ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
America. Drug addiction is plaguing our great country. Every minute of every day, one of our citizens is rushed to the emergency room with a drug overdose. Many will never leave. never see the dawn of a new tomorrow in our great nation. Call Make America Sober Again now, before this disease destroys your family, your friends, your country. If you or someone you know is struggling with a drug or alcohol addiction, make the next minute in your life count. Make America Sober Again is committed to connecting you with someone compassionate and caring to help you right now. Call now and be connected to a treatment center in our network. Call Make America Sober Again now.
Call 800-793-6592. That's 800-793-6592.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, Cyber Monday is here. We'll go live to an Amazon warehouse in southern Hillsborough County with a preview of today's deals and steals. Plus, serve 'em up, some of the nation's top junior players are back for the Eddie Herr Classic all this week in Bradenton. And the Florida Gators find a new head football coach. Will tell you why he may look familiar to some fans. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
There's a pretty shot outside our window here in the Rosemary District. Dawn is breaking. Looks like a beautiful start to a day, and for what John Scalzi's maps and charts show, it should be a very nice stretch of weather we're going to see in the next few days. Good morning. Glad you're with us. Back to reality on Monday. I'm Ray Collins. John Scalzi's in place, and John, looks like a nice week on the way.
Yeah, I think the whole stretch of the next 7 days is going to be just beautiful. Exactly what we would expect at this time of year, maybe even a little bit warmer than we might expect at this time of year. Now, you noticed on our tower cam a little bit of a cloud cover out there. Well, that's caused by this area of disturbed weather out in the Gulf waters, part of a frontal boundary that moved through yesterday. You hardly noticed it, except that it brought this cool, crisp morning to us. Now, those clouds are benign. They're really not going to produce any showers for us. A few scattered showers way out in Gulf waters, but we get some of the blow-off cloud cover from time to time today. But I think a lot of that will burn off, leaving mostly sunny skies for us. And as we head into the afternoon, because we have dry air in place, it'll warm quickly, and we'll have a daytime high that'll top out above average, coming in around 78 degrees or so. So a very pleasant day shaping up for us. And over the next several days, that warming trend continues. We'll have those details in a few. Ray?
Talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic, 301 northbound as you get near Samoset. A little slowdown there. Otherwise, pretty clear in Manatee County. Checking the northern half of Sarasota County. We had some earlier issues there on Longboat Key. They have since resolved for the most part. A buildup there at the 301-41 split. Also Bee Ridge in both directions around Beneva Road. And checking farther south, little blip there on 41 southbound as you head toward Port Charlotte. 6:34 right now. Of course, today is Cyber Monday. Americans are expected to spend over $6 billion from their computers and their cell phones. A busy place to be would be an Amazon distribution center, and that's where our Jess Dowdrick is, live in southern Hillsborough County. Jess, busy right now out there?
It certainly is, Ray. It's one of the busiest days of the year here at the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Ruskin. As you can imagine, it's Cyber Monday. Why wouldn't it be busy? Now, joining me now is Diane. She's a problem solver here at Amazon, and one of the reasons that these packages get to you on time. So, Diane, for people who don't know, talk to me about what your job is. What do you do here?
As a problem solver, I'm part of the ICQA team, and we look for any problems and issues with items that come into this facility. So I will implement solutions to make sure that they get back into our stock.
All right, and I hear you've had some great experiences recently, mostly during Hurricane Irma, during a tragic time.
Yes, Amazon supports us internally. Our operations departments actually suspended operations just prior to Hurricane Irma. They sent everyone home with pay just to make sure that we could prepare. They would check on this electronically throughout the hurricane. At the height of it, one of the text messages I didn't answer, and I received a phone call checking on me, and this woman said, "Diane, are you safe, and do you need us to come and get you?" I was a little surprised, and she asked what the sound was behind me, and I told her that we had left our boat, which is where my husband and I live. And she said, "I want to check on you more." And instead of sending text messages, they called me every 2 hours just to check on me. So they support us internally, they support us externally, and have supported us all during the recovery efforts. I am very grateful.
Thank you so much, Diane, for sharing your story with us. Some of the biggest deals of the day here at Amazon is the Fire Stick, the Echo, so you can check out Amazon.com/Cyber Monday, and that's where you'll find all of your deals. Ray.
All right, very good. Thank you, ladies. Live in Southern Hillsborough County. 6:36 right now. A reminder to lock your car doors and hide all packages this time of year. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office reports another string of vehicle burglaries, this time in Lakewood Ranch in the Country Club subdivision. The thieves stole several items there. This has been an issue now in several areas in 3 parts of that county. If you can help solve this, call Crime Stoppers at 866-634-8477. From the Greyhound track to your home, dozens of Greyhounds who are now retired from racing were out at Big Cat Habitat in Sarasota. This event comes as a partnership between Big Cat and the Racing Dog Retirement Project, which is a nonprofit that saves the dogs and places them into new homes.
People don't know what greyhounds are like, and most people, because when you see greyhounds, you see them flying across the track, you assume they're these high-energy dogs, and we want people to know that they're really not a high-energy dog. They're a very easy dog to own. They just want a couch to sleep on, a little bit of exercise, and they're good to go. So it's good for people to come out here and meet them and see just how calm and easygoing they are.
Well, Big Cat hopes this is the first of many events. They're looking to bring the dogs out into the Sarasota area in the next month. Happening today, some of the best junior tennis players in the world are competing all this week in Bradenton. Over 1,400 teenagers from 80 countries will compete in various age brackets in singles and doubles in the 31st annual Eddie Herr Classic. One local player is ranked at #1 in her age group on the ITF junior circuit. Whitney Oswego is a Bradenton native. Many big-name players have competed in this, from Roger Federer, Andy Roddick, Maria Sharapova. The event is free, parking's $5, and it's held at IMG Academy on 34th Street West. Other sports news, the Bucks' exciting comeback came up short yesterday against the Atlanta Falcons. Julio Jones caught this 51-yarder from fellow receiver Mohamed Sanu. Let's watch a receiver throw to a receiver. He finished with 253 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ryan Fitzpatrick was able to get the Bucks back within a touchdown early in the 4th quarter after being down 27-6. Got as close as 27-20. But with under 2 minutes to go, Tevin Coleman delivered a 14-yard dagger to the Bucks, and the Bucks lost the game, and some key players as well. Doug Martin, T.J. Ward, Clinton McDonald all left the game with injuries. The Dolphins in Foxborough trying to hand Tom Brady a loss, but they fell short as well. Second quarter now, a rare mistake by the Pats offense. Ball is snapped past Brady. Rashad Jones picks it up and takes it in for Miami's first touchdown of the game. Cuts the deficit there to 7. Brady, of course, bounces back as he does, hitting Rex Burkhead on 2nd and goal for a score right there in the corner of the end zone. And then under pressure, Brady finds his friend Rob Gronkowski of Buffalo for his 2nd touchdown catch of the game. Gronk's 16th multi-touchdown game, breaking Randy Moss's previous team record of 15 games. Pats cruise to the win, 8th win of the year, 35-17. college football, the Florida Gators turned a familiar face to try and recharge their sputtering program. The team announced that Mississippi State's Dan Mullen will be the next coach in Gainesville. Now, he returns to the program where he spent 4 seasons as offensive coordinator under Urban Meyer before taking his first head coaching job in Starkville. In 9 seasons, Mullen has become the second winningest coach in MSU history and the first to produce back-to-back 9-win seasons. At Florida, he called plays for 2 national championship teams, also under Heisman winner Tim Tebow. Meantime, Gator basketball had a tough game last night, taking on Duke last night in an invitational final in Portland. Florida entered the game as number 7 in the country, holding on to a lead for part of the second half, but we pick it up now in the second half with Florida up 84-81. Duke's Marvin Bagley III grabs the rebound and puts it back in to put the Blue Devils rather. And 2 Duke free throws. The Gators get a chance to win, but Duke gets a steal and hits the free throws after Florida is forced to foul, trailing by 3. Florida gets one last chance to tie it, but they can't get a shot off. Duke goes on to win that game 87-84. There's your sports.
Yeah, exciting game.
A lot of sports right now, yes, indeed.
We have some very pleasant weather here on the Suncoast. It's a lovely day to be, a lovely weekend, actually. Did you get out and about and do anything exciting?
I forgot already. I can tell you where I sat in 3rd grade, but I forgot this weekend already.
That's quite understandable.
Played 4 sets of tennis on Sunday. How about that?
Yeah, that qualifies.
Yeah.
That qualifies as outdoor, absolutely. And it should be a beautiful day to get out and about again today. We'll talk about that forecast in a sec.
Also ahead, first alert traffic, and the winner is, we'll tell you who took home the crown in Las Vegas last night at this year's Miss Universe pageant when we come back.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Don't just settle for what's available at a smaller lot. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab at rock bottom pricing. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $11,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Army National Guard soldiers serve to give back to their country and their community. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for benefits such as health and life insurance, education benefits, and retirement and VA home loan benefits. Visit nationalguard.com to learn more.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we are looking at an air temperature cooler than we saw over the weekend at 54 degrees, down 1 degree over the last hour. Some folks may want a light sweater or light jacket as you head out the door. We also have a wind that is a little breezy, east at about 5 right now. And the combination of that low dew point value and the lower temperature makes it feel kind of crisp out there in many places. 55 Wauchula, 56 Arcadia, 55 Mayaca City, 60 Longboat Key, 59 in Venice, and 60 in Inglewood Northport at 57. The cooler, drier air will mix away pretty quickly and leave us with some warmer afternoon temperatures, warmer than we saw yesterday because dry air cools off fast, but it heats up fast. So we'll be enjoying, I think, some very pleasant conditions over the next several days. Now, this morning is the coolest morning that we're going to see this week. You'll also notice a little bit of high cloudiness kind of streaming in. You'll notice that as you head out the door this morning as dawn breaks across Suncoast. That is caused from blow-off of these storms that are located out in Gulf waters. Far away from shore, those storms pose no threat, or risk, I should say, of rain showers for us. We stay dry under the influence of a high-pressure ridge that sprawls all the way back toward the Four Corners. That northeasterly wind flow around the underbelly of that high brings a few showers to the other coast perhaps over the next several days. And as those winds shift a little more easterly, draws in a little more Atlantic moisture over the next several days as well, which may help support a few inland showers and a few more showers in the southern tip of the state. But for us, we stay dry. We do have a front coming our way on Friday, and that may bring us a slight chance of showers, but only slight. If you're traveling today, northeast looks fine. The center part of the state looks great. Pacific Northwest may see a few showers, but otherwise, that's about it for the entire country. It's going to be a nice day. Northeast wind at about 10 knots brings you a light chop today, boaters. 2-foot seas. A very, very nice day for boating. Under mostly sunny skies, we'll have a high of around 78. The warming trend carries us into the rest of the work week with daytime highs in the lower 80s. And that rain chance is small on Friday as a front comes through and brings us a day over the weekend that will be very similar to today with a daytime high in the upper 70s. That's both Saturday and Sunday, right?
Nice, thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic right now. Some building traffic there on 301, southbound over State Road 70. Otherwise pretty clear right now in Manatee County. Checking northern Sarasota County, you'll see some issues there on 301 at Fruitville. Also a real dark line there at 75 northbound as you cross over the Clark Road area. Be aware of that. South County mostly clear at 647 on your Monday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, as a kid we were all told to eat your fruits and vegetables, but that doesn't stop in adulthood. Kim Hutcherson has our story.
Only 1 in 10 adults are consuming enough fruits and vegetables a day to meet federal recommendations. That's according to a new study published by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Guidelines recommend that adults eat at least 1.5 to 2 cups of fruit and 2 to 3 cups of vegetables daily, depending on gender and age. Overall, the study finds that more women are meeting both fruit and vegetable recommendations than men. And young adults aged 18 to 30 are the group with the lowest number of individuals meeting recommended guidelines. Here are some tips to help you increase your daily consumption of fruit and vegetables. Make food fun. Try new recipes and mix it up in the kitchen. Cooking a fruit or vegetable in different ways can enhance the flavor. At work, make sure employees have access to fruit and vegetables during meetings and events. And think about joining a community garden to increase your interest. Help reduce your risk of disease by consuming enough fruits and vegetables every day. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Entertainment news now. Disney Pixar's Coco won the box office this weekend with the 3rd best Thanksgiving holiday opening ever. The film made just over $71 million. Now, Justice League took home the number 2 spot, and the family drama Wonder came in 3rd with about $32 million.
Miss Universe is
South Africa.
There you go. South Africa's Demi-Leigh Nel-Peters took the crown Sunday night in Las Vegas, beating out runners-up from Colombia and Jamaica. The 22-year-old says she wants to use her reign to champion HIV/AIDS and self-defense causes. Along with the title, Nel-Peters gets a year-long salary, a luxury apartment in New York, and a host of prizes. She is the second woman from her country to earn the crown. 92 women took part. That's a record number for the pageant. And one more big winner was Steve Harvey, who got it right for the second year in a row. He is on a roll. And one other entertainment story you'll hear about today on Good Morning America. We heard from USA Today that Prince Harry got engaged today in England to Meghan Markle, an American who now lives in Toronto. More on that at the top of the hour on Good Morning America. Up next, your day's top local news headlines and talk about an unlikely passenger. We'll tell you how this bobcat wound up in the grill of a car and how far it traveled before anyone noticed after this. But first, a peek outside our window at a pretty sky developing over the Rosemary District and Sarasota. We'll have the forecast for the week, which you'll like, and more news after this.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now.
Call 800-570-7599. 800-570-7599.
It's time to take a road trip.
Huntsville is a must-see destination. Is this your stop?
Roger.
Marvel at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Wow. Step into the past at Alabama Constitution Village. All aboard! The golf is stellar, and even the food is out of this world in the Rocket City. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
There's a shot outside our window here in the Rosemary District at the sky developing. Should be a beautiful day. We'll hear John Scalzi's forecast in just a few seconds here. And we'll have another closing shot you'll like as well of the sunrise. Stay with us. 6:54 right now. Here are the top headlines making news this morning. Cyber Monday underway. Shoppers expected to spend a record $6.6 billion online today. That's 17% more than last year. A veteran's widow is hoping to put wreaths on 12,000 graves at the Sarasota National Cemetery, but she's only halfway to her fundraising goal. And the best junior tennis players in the world are here this week for the Eddie Herr Classic at IMG Academy. 1,400 players taking part. The finals are set for Sunday. Broad brush look at the traffic right now. No problems really to report. Just take it slowly as traffic resumes on this first commute since last Wednesday, for the most part, since the long holiday weekend. John?
We are looking at a little bit of cloud cover out there this morning, blow off from showers way out in the Gulf that will in no way bring us showers today. We stay dry, and in fact, the clouds will burn off, giving us mostly sunny conditions. Daytime high warmer than yesterday. In fact, warmer than all week long, coming in at 78 degrees, and then a warming trend continues over the next several days.
Some folks in Richmond, Virginia rescued a bobcat after it was trapped in the grill of a car. Poor thing rode this way for 50 miles, over an hour. The director of the Animal Control Rescue saved him, and that's a woman driving to work Thursday morning told them that she knew that she had hit something, but she never expected to find out this was riding with her in the grill of the car. It wasn't until she parked and discovered the bobcat. Luckily, the animal made the trip with only a tiny cut on its back. Wow.
That must have made quite a noise.
I would think so.
If you hit that bobcat.
What did I just hit?
You'd think.
Here's that shot we talked about. Beautiful sunrise in progress. Enjoy your Monday. We'll see you at 7:25.